Razzballers, good morning, part 2. We are back with you. We got week 12 live start sit show for a wonderful Sunday. Getting ready for the fantasy playoffs. We're back with you. We got all the questions rebooted. We're live right now on the Razzball Fantasy Football Show. Good morning, everybody, especially those of you tuning back into the program. Bill Dino, you let us know right off the bat. By the way, Bill, incredible emojis in that last comment there. Please let us know if you can hear us better. I'm not sure what happened on the slide there, but we were doing just fine on our side, but we got a lot of feedback from you guys that the stream was not going well. We're here for the people, and we want to make sure that it is going well. So somebody please give us a thumbs up. And once we do that, we did actually copy and paste all of your comments from the last one. So we're going to kill another 5 minutes and recap Bob's nickname from last year. Sounds like William Jones. Matt, who is that?
William Jones.
That is William Jones. We're better. Bill Dino. Yeah. Scotty Eminger. Better now. Sorry, guys. That's weird. Not sure what happened. Joe Chris back in it. Good to go. We're going to let everybody kind of file back over to the other stream here. We did copy and paste all of your questions, so they may not be popped back up on the chat because we lost that stream. However, excuse me, we do have your questions ready to go. So listen for your name and for your question, and once we get through all those, we'll be popping up the rest of them for you. Joe Chris coming in hot for you, Bob. Can we get rid of the this just isn't going to work for our questions. So, you're on it. I'm on it. We're both on it. I want to get Joe Chris here coming hot. This is the old
Tommy Paisan. Hey. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, whatever, man. Listen, a little bit of Daniel Jones died inside last week, 2 weeks ago. Sorry, when we lost to the Panthers, I said to myself, I'm like, someone's got to go. You can't lose to the Panthers. Sorry, folks. And sure enough, it was Daniel Jones, and I went on a pretty epic rant about the fact that we fucked up. The Giants organization screwed this up. They should have kept Pat Shurmur in 2019. They should have invested in the skill position group right after the first rookie season. They did none of those things. They brought in Joe Judge and Jason Garrett. How'd that work out? And then they brought in how many skill position players? 0. So it's like, okay, no one's going to perform in that kind of situation. That's absurd. But at the same time, we've had enough. Tommy DeVito, just go out and be special. Be Tony Romo. Let's do it.
Love it. Here's the Washington fans excited for the move. We do have a little bit of delay from Bob. I'm not sure whose computer it is. If you guys don't have headphones on, sometimes maybe just turn your computer down or something because it'll feed back in the thing, whatever. Maybe that's what helped or hurt the chat the first time. We don't know. All right, Bill is back here. William Jones is also back with us. Billy, nice to see you, man. I think it's been a couple weeks, or at least for me. I haven't seen you in a while. Great to see you. Scotty Eminger, always in the place. We appreciate you, brother. Joe Chris, good to see you this morning as well. Epic fail back as well also. All right, so we do have our questions back. I know there's a couple more of you guys that had questions. I know Hiram had a question and a couple more of you, so hopefully they tune back over here. Sorry about that first initial glitch, but it is what it is. It's the internet age. We are live and direct. We are 20 minutes into the program, and we have not answered a single question. So we are ready to giddy up. Like I said, we did screenshot the last handful. So, Maddie, I'm just going to task you with reading those off as we get going here. Again, guys, unfortunately, because we lost the stream, we're not going to be able to pop up a lot of those previous questions, but we do have them saved for you. So listen to your name and your question, and we'll get going. If there's any other follow-ups and stuff like that, pop it in this live chat, and we'll get it going for you. But we are live, and we're ready to go. If anything else happens, you guys give us another red alert. It's a team effort, and we appreciate you guys letting us know. Sorry about that. We're live, week 12. Start sit show. Sky, Matt, Dave, Bob, Quad Box, rock and roll, Matty Styles. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. From Epic Fail, 3 minutes before the show started the first time. Disley or Kraft this week? Ooh. Also really need the kicker report. Can also type in the chat to save time. But let's focus right now. Disley or Kraft? And do you want me to start?
No. Let's go Dave, Bob, myself, since you're reading these ones off. When we get to the chat, we'll go the normal direction. So, Davey, you can kick it off here.
Okay. For me, I'll take the Disley matchup against the Ravens over the Kraft matchup against the 49ers. I don't think they're moving. I don't think the Niners are missing too many secondary people, but Yeah, I'll take Disley against one of the lesser passing defenses.
Oh, it's Will Disley for me. I'm all in on the Chargers this week. I am excited to start any Charger I can get in the passing game. So I'm going to go Will Disley.
I'm Will Disley as well, man. Looking good with Herbert, and I expect this game to go well. I'm actually going to take the Chargers to beat the Ravens today, or I'm sorry, Monday night. But I think it's going to be a big game, and they're going to be playing pretty well. So I'm going to go Will Disley as well. He's my number 4 tight end this week. Quad box. Nice. Good start. Bob?
That's 4 for 4.
Give me the dismissal.
Dismissal. Can we kick off the can we get back to feeding the ducks, Bob? I don't want to ruin the let's get the vibes back, gentlemen.
What is
no big deal. We're good.
Oh, there's some weird who Derek got in here. What's
yeah? John Madden's all over this thing, bro. Have some fun.
All right.
You cannot leave Derek unsupervised with IT.
We did. We already did. It's already too late for us.
All right, Hiram Gatto. Good morning. Need to start 3 wide receivers, full PPR. Calvin Ridley, Jalen McMillan, Rashad Bateman, the Wandale, and Nick Westbrook Ikine. Aloha.
Can you say that one? Sorry, these are tough to track here. What's the so you say those one more time?
Okay, Bob, I'm going to need you to focus. We are already.
Well, I'm used to it being on the screen. All right. What can I say?
It's 3 out of 5, right, Matt?
Start 3 out of 5. Ridley, McMillan, Bateman, Wandale, Westbrook Ikine. One more time for Bob. Ridley, McMillan, Bateman, Wandale, Westbrook Ikine.
Got it.
I'll take the 3 guys I expect to get the most volume. I know Nick Westbrook Ikine has been scoring a ton of touchdowns, but I'm going to take Ridley, Bateman, and Wandale Robinson.
I'm going to go Ridley, Bateman. There was 4 guys, right? Westbrook, Ikine, and Wandale. 5.
McMillan from Tampa Bay was the 5th.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Dave on this one. Tyreek Smith, the slot cornerback for the Bucs, is out today, so that should help Wandale's route.
No. Ridley, Bateman, and Westbrook Ikine, 5 tutties in the last 6 weeks since the bye. 5 out of 6 weeks. My man's got a tutty over 100 yards last week. I'm all about lasagna, but I don't trust the Giants. I'm going to go Westbrook Ikine.
Give me Ridley, Wandale, and Westbrook Ikine.
Love it. Hey, can we jump down a little bit here? Epic Fail did have other parts to his question. I think we skipped over those to start there, especially the kicker report. Bob, can you give us a kicker off the bat, please?
Yeah, I can. No, I cannot. I don't have that open.
Also, real quick, I think we missed the very first question. There was a question about Kyler and Herbert. And then Ridley, Quentin Johnston, and Deebo Samuel.
Okay, let's do that real quick. Maddie?
Okay, so it's Kyler or Herbert.
Herbert for me.
I will take Herbert against the Ravens, just slightly over Kyler against the Seattle Seahawks.
Nice. Good work. Okay, Bob?
Herbert for me.
Yep, same. Okay. Same, but I think Kyler's going to have a good game as well.
All right. Seattle and Arizona always have fun, high-level matchups, so hopefully there's a lot of points in that one.
Yeah, that was Epic Fail's question. The second part is pick 2 PPR. And I will take Ridley and Quentin Johnston.
Same. Ridley, Quentin Johnston.
God damn it.
You have to say it, Scott.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, this is for the people. This is not for my heart. This is for Epic Fail's heart. Ridley and Quentin Johnston.
And that's 4. Okay, I'm sorry, I missed the Kyler Herbert question. I was too busy.
Herbert for me.
Okay. So I had Herbert. Sky had Herbert. Bob?
Herbert.
And that's another 4. Boy,
nice.
we're on a roll here.
Something's wrong. Something's not right. Something's not right today.
We're broken. Are we sure the stream is working again?
It is.
Is this thing working?
We're good. Nice, cool. And Epic Fail, thanks for dropping that back in the chat, man. It does help. Bob, when you do get a kicker report going, let us know.
I got it. Okay, so I got, by the way, Austin Cyber, if he was dropped because of the injury, he's the guy you go get right now. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, is another guy I really like this week. And if you need a deeper name, someone like more of a sleeper, I like Joey Sly, Patriots kicker versus the Miami Dolphins today.
Nice.
All right, so Cyber, Dicker, and Sly. All right, back to the
those are my lawyers.
Yeah, so Sly is the deeper pick. Got it. Yeah. All right, back to the copied over questions from Joe Chris. Standard League, Bob, that's the leagues that you play in. Standard League, Odunze, Quentin Johnston, or Christian Watson, followed up with Jordan Love or Bo Nix. Standard League, Odunze, Quentin Johnston, or Watson, plus Love or Nix.
I'm gonna go with Quentin Johnston because I think he's got touchdown possibilities in a standard league.
Quentin Johnston for me.
I'm gonna go Watson. Niners are pretty banged up today, and I'm gonna go Bo Nix. In a standard league, I assume that's a 4-point quarterback. I'm just gonna assume that because it's standard league, and he's got that rushing upside, which is really sneaky with him and quarterbacks in general. So I'll go Watson and Bo Nix.
I'm going to go Quentin Johnston, and I'm going to go Bo Nix. I am not playing Jordan Love if I have another top 15 option this week.
Yeah, I'll throw my Nix vote in there as well. Bob?
The Raiders are going to be down 2 of their 3 starting cornerbacks today, and so I'm going to go Bo Nix as well.
So 4 for Bo Nix and 3 of the 4 for Quentin Johnston.
Yep.
All right. Bill Dino chimed in. PPR, Neighbors or McConkey, both dinged up, both great matchups. Pick one. McConkey Monday night, Neighbors with Tommy Cutlets.
Ooh, Paisan.
I'll take Neighbors still.
My mindset with Neighbors today is I will sit him only for players in good matchups. And to be honest with you, like that Baltimore game is something I want the number 1 wide receiver for. So I'm going to go McConkey here.
Same. McConkey as well.
What does your injury report show for his shoulder, Bob?
Nothing yet. He's still questionable. He should play, though. I think I have to look at his 6 score from Pro Football Doc. Maybe that'll give us better insight. But I haven't heard he's going to be out.
Because of the shoulder being an issue, and it was late in the game, and we don't have clear info on him right now, I will probably lean Neighbors. And if we get something before kickoff that says McConkey's a full go, I'm happy to flex or pivot to McConkey. But right now I'm taking the safer pick, which I believe is Neighbors.
That's 2-2. Too bad I didn't bring a pencil. You're stuck.
Matt, really quick. Matt, if it changes anything here, the latest report I see now, again, they play on Monday night, so you got to be careful with these Monday guys. We're going to get a full report about him today for tomorrow. He did not participate on Thursday. He did participate on Friday, which is good, like later in the week, obviously. So I expect him to play. I'm just a doctor, but I expect him to play.
Yes. McConkey. Again, if I had confidence he would play, I'm okay playing McConkey over Neighbors. So I think it's like 3 for McConkey and 3.5 for McConkey and 1.5 for Neighbors. If that.
Did you mean McConfidence?
Let's back up for a minute here. So Matt gets 2 votes here, and now it's 5. Instead of him getting his vote cut in half, you just added your vote instead of saying 2.5 and 1.5 to keep it at 4. You think so highly of yourself that you just I get an extra vote because that's just how this works now.
Yeah, and clearly
I didn't know that was
if you would have let it go, Bob, it would have shown that you don't think highly of me. Now you are so dialed into what I'm doing that you've lost your game.
Yeah.
Matt, isn't that one of those the kids say you live rent free in Bob's head? Is that how that goes?
Of course
No, he's paying. Oh no, he's paying. Yeah, he might be in my head, but he's paying rent. Okay. Yeah. But it's like it's very affordable. It's a very nice place, but at the same time he's paying. Go ahead.
Nice.
It's a studio on the lower least side.
Yes.
Heyo.
Right,
by the way, Joe Chris, in his question, I didn't catch this. The gentleman that asked Odunze, Quentin Johnson, or Christian Watson, it's 2 of the 3. Odunze, Quentin Johnson, Watson, please pick 2, standard league.
Okay, so I'll throw my vote for Odunze as the second guy.
Jeez.
Bob, is Bob, can you hear us? Bob, can you hear us?
I thought you just had more votes anyway. So does it even matter? We're packing the Supreme Court at this point. You know what I mean? That's
no politics.
You know, it's so Christian Watson is fine with me, I guess.
So that's a Quentin Johnston and a Christian Watson from you.
Yeah, I know Matt doesn't want to hear this, but for everybody else paying attention unbiasedly, I'm going to sit Odunze one more week. But the Bears might be super exciting moving forward with everything changing there with the OC and all that. Last week was nice diving in. We've been kind of shitting on DJ Moore for weeks. The whole week we've been saying to sell him. I'm still into that. But looking deeper into everything that's going on with that, I think the Bears could be nice moving forward, but I want to see it again. So I'm going to go Watson and QJ, but keep an eye on the Bears wide receivers. That might be more exciting moving forward.
I've been waiting 32 minutes for this. 32 minutes for someone to bring up my love for the Chicago Bears. Sky, thank you.
Anytime, buddy.
I've got your next meal. It's on me. Nice. Raise your hand on this show, or even a listener, if you have as many passing touchdowns as Caleb Williams since week 6.
I do. No, get it, Bob? He doesn't have any.
Everybody put their hand up because that number is 0.
Okay. This is awkward because I had -1. Yeah. So you didn't know that.
You don't know me, man. I had 3 yesterday.
You don't know me, man.
Dave is playing flag football on Saturdays. I didn't
That's
know.
Right, man.
Slinging it out there.
Yeah. Dave's mid-storm down there in the bay, just out there playing in the rain, dude. He isn't even
crazy.
I love to see that. Yeah, but stay safe.
All right, and as for Bob's comment about packing the court, again, we don't get into politics here. Clearly, at least 2 of the 3 panel members are West Coast people. We know where they vote. We know where they stand because everybody on the West Coast votes one way. That's what the news tells me.
Yeah. So did you want Christian Watson there, Matt, or Odunze?
Yeah, contractually, I can't even say the other name as in part of a vote. So yeah, it has to be Christian Watson.
Okay.
See this?
I'm Island Boy again with Rome Odunze. Me and Rome.
All right, from the copy and paste file, Jets fan. I've gotten lucky the last few weeks and looks like I may slip into the playoffs. Not luck.
Attaboy.
Never luck.
Love it.
Yeah, let's get it.
Between Rico Dowdle and Trey Benson in my flex. Woof. Mm-hmm. All right, Dave, what do we think? It doesn't say we're going to assume half-point PPR. Rico, Suave, or Trey Benson.
I'm going to take Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you really have much of a choice here. I think I would go Dowdle as well. You're really just banking on something fluky happening for Benson to really pay off.
Yeah, likewise. I had mentioned that I'm looking to trade away Rico in one of our previous shows this week, but Seattle is quietly very good against the run on a week-to-week basis. That game's in Seattle. So I'll go Rico Dowdle. Quad box. Nice.
Quad box. Joe Chris is back in with another question. And this is interesting. Bob's probably going to get a little bit twitchy on this one because it's his team and his player versus his team and his player. Are we going to start today Tyrone Tracy Jr. or Kyron Williams?
So to be clear, before we do this, Bob kind of went off the handle earlier this week and was upset that Sean McVay single-handedly derailed Bob's fantasy season because he put him as a punt returner. So Bob might be off on Kyron Williams.
Bob's never out on Kyron Williams.
Unbelievable. I fell for it. I hate myself every day. Every day. And honestly, the worst part was I did the awkward, like I didn't fade Kyron. I just dropped him like 6 spots in my rankings, and that means that I didn't get him in my biggest league because I was like, all right, I put him behind Pacheco, and then Pacheco goes down in week 2. Just the ultimate like right kick in the groin. Just like, hey, not only because like if Pacheco was healthy, who knows? I might not care. I'd be like, oh, Pacheco's awesome. But no, the fact that Pacheco's just chilling in the IR spot right now, and then he's like, oh yeah, I might come back. Oh, by the way, Kareem Hunt is 2017 Kareem Hunt now, and you're going to be in a timeshare when you get back. I couldn't be more upset. It's Kyren Williams, though.
Dave, you got skipped, but he's the boss. So
that's okay. I'll take Tracy here. I think the Eagles are just on fire right now, and they've been playing really tough defense.
Yeah, oh man. It's weird. I feel like I unconsciously just put Kyren Williams ahead of Tyrone Tracy because you're supposed to. But now that I'm thinking about it more, I'm with Dave. TTJ, as his friends call him, Tyrone Tracy. I look. I don't think the Giants are going to do well today. It's not a hate. It's just a situational thing. The Bucs are coming off a bye. Mike Evans is back. They're hyped. I just think Tyrone Tracy is going to get 30 touches, and I'd love to see it. So I'm going to go with Tracy.
That's 3 of us for Tracy. Most leagues, you don't have a choice, right? In this week 12, you don't have a choice. I'd be curious if Joe Chris is still tuned in. Right. We know he's still tuned in. It's the show. So here he is. I'd like to see who he may have in the flex. And by the way, if one of those receivers that we just called out was in the flex, I'd happily put Kyren ahead of Christian Watson in that flex. But if you're still tuned in, Joe Chris, let us know. And we may have a different answer for you. But 3 of us are with Tyrone Tracy Jr.
I'll back Matt up on that. The flex move, if you're thinking outside the box there.
All right, Cosmo chimed in early as well. Good morning. Good morning to you, Cosmo. Need to start one of Mostert, Akers, or Amir Abdullah. I will, and then by the way, half PPR. Mostert, Akers, Abdullah. I believe Abdullah has been ruled out along with Zamir White. Is that correct?
No, I heard
Madison and White.
I heard Madison was going to start.
Amir Abdullah with the start, and then you have 2 other options. Again, half point PPR, Mostert and Akers. Mostert, Akers, Amir Abdullah. Dave, over to you.
Yeah, I just don't trust the other 2 situations. I don't trust Mostert. I don't trust Akers. I'm not real crazy about Abdullah. It's a situation where, he could get, 15 touches, he could get 10 touches. But I think that's more than either of the other 2 guys. So I'm going to go Abdullah.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to say those again. Sorry.
Good God.
I'm sorry. The injury report came out. I have to look up all the injuries. So
you want us to just leave you off for a while?
No, it's fine.
Akers, Abdullah. Mostert, Akers, Abdullah.
Sky, you're up.
Yeah, this is no fun. I think we're just going to split this here. Love me some Heem, and we know he can take one to the house. Aaron Jones is healthy and playing, right? So
yeah, Aaron Jones is in, yeah.
Yeah, so Abdullah's the starter. Raheem Mostert's one of 3 backs. We know that situation. I think the Dolphins put it on the Patriots today, personally. And then Cam Akers is definitely the backup, but Aaron Jones is kind of beat up. Man, this is a really risky one based on how the season's gone, but I think it's a good game for Miami today. I'm going to go with Raheem Mostert.
Okay.
I'm going with Abdullah and hoping for some form of volume.
I just think the Broncos are going to smash the Raiders.
Yeah.
And
Mostert had one carry? He had a minus points 2 weeks ago.
He didn't even have the carry.
Abdullah catches passes too, so I'm not that worried about that there.
I was going to say he did have a decent game against the Broncos earlier in the year. He did have 40 yards rushing, a touchdown, 3 catches as well. But on the flip side, Mostert and McDaniel had a little bit of a heart-to-heart earlier this week because Mostert hasn't been playing, and he kind of had the good boy answer like, hey, oh, yeah, I'm here to support a chain and blah, blah, blah on these young guys. And it's like, I do feel like he's going to get a little more work today because he's like back on the good side. There was something going on there, but I still think Abdullah is the play. But I actually do have Mostert a little bit higher in my rankings than I normally do.
So if 2023 Mostert shows up, we're all in trouble.
Oh, let's go. Not me, baby.
All right. Epic fail dialed back in as well. Deep roster, pick 2 PPR wide receivers. Deontay, Westbrook-Akine, Demarcus Robinson, Jalen Coker. 2 PPR, Deontay, Akine, Demarcus, Coker.
For me, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, no, I want Jesus here. So I'll take.
You better find Jesus after this question.
There it is.
I'll take Jesus, man. I'll take Westbrook-Akine and I'll take Demarcus Robinson. Deontay Johnson has done absolutely nothing in Baltimore. If he breaks out this week, good. He'll do it on my bench. Not sure what's going on with. I think Coker's questionable. I think
he's out.
I think Adam
Coker is out.
Questionable. Are either of those guys active? Do we know?
Thielen's in.
Thielen's in. Coker's out.
Okay, so Coker's out. So yeah, I'll take Westbrook-Akine and Demarcus Robinson by default.
So it's Demarcus Robinson, Westbrook-Akine, and Deontay Johnson as the 3 options.
Correct. Pick 2.
The Rams today are facing the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
No bueno.
Yeah, it's brutal matchup.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, like when you get to this point, I mean, the problem with Deontay, he had six routes last week. He's not playing just yet, but I mean, like, what are we doing here? He's got to play at some point, right? This Chargers team should be higher scoring.
He does not have to play.
He'll have to show
why
me
you
that.
trade for him? Man.
You want to know why they traded for him, Bob?
Intel, bro.
They traded for him because he's going to be a difference maker, even slightly, in the playoffs.
Yep.
They are not going to use him in the regular season.
He's going to have a great game in the 2026 Super Bowl.
That could be a possibility too.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. Demarcus Robinson and Westbrook-Akine.
That's wild, Dave. I was going over the props for this week, and I put in a futures for Deontay Johnson 2 touchdowns in the 26 Super Bowl. So I'm glad you said that.
I read that.
Nice.
So I stole from you, man.
Nice. I'm going to go, man, the Demarcus Robinson, Westbrook-Akine, that's my dog. Kind of a sleeper name nobody cares about, but I think he's been on fire. I'm going to go with Westbrook-Akine. And then Demarcus Robinson, you have to sit Deontay for what we just said. But Demarcus Robinson, oddly enough, with the Chiefs and now with the Rams, when they have the tough matchups, that affects Puka and Cooper if it affects anybody, right? Demarcus Robinson gets loose on these 50-yard flag routes all the time. And Mahomes did it and Stafford does it, and they find him for a touchdown. So I'll take a shot in the dark with Demarcus Robinson as well.
Okay.
4-pack, nice. Really quick,
we all agree Westbrook-Akine and Demarcus Robinson. I will say this: we are 2/3 of the way to the FCC trifecta. Can anybody name the 2 subjects we've hit? We have already hit politics with the Supreme Court, and we have hit religion with Dave screaming Jesus. I don't know what the third one is, but we've hit 2/3 of what I would think is the FCC trifecta.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get there.
Guess what, folks? We are now done with the saved questions.
Nice.
So let's go to the top of the list here, Sky.
I'm on it.
Nice.
So
I think we addressed this, correct? Yes, we did. McConkey and Neighbors. We leaned. Well, this is where I got 2 votes. So
yeah. So Matt's voting for everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to vote for both guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
we had 2 for McConkey and 1 for Neighbors.
We're going to go to
keep a streak alive, William Jones, and I believe is that a new profile picture for William Jones?
I don't think so.
I think it is. No,
is it? Okay. Bill, can you
keep a streak alive? C.J. Stroud or Bo Nix? I don't know. That looks like a desert theme. Nix, C.J. Stroud,
Houston.
Houston. Yep. So that's
Denver.
a Texas.
Houston, Tennessee, and Denver, the Raiders. I'm going to take Knicks.
Dave, you got a duck, or it's going to hit you in the head one of these times, buddy.
Got it.
God,
Bob?
we had this discussion last week, and I took CJ Stroud stupidly because Nix was at home. Nix is on the road this week, and CJ Stroud is at home. Nix is white hot, and Raiders are really banged up, but he plays so much better at home than he does on the road. So,
you're gonna do it again, Bob?
No, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm gonna go Bo Nix. I learned from my mistakes.
Nix is just better than CJ Stroud right now, and the Joe Mixon is absolutely on fire. William Jones, great to see you, buddy. Thank you. I'm gonna go with Nix here. Yeah, that's a go Ducks. Even on the bye week, it's a go Ducks.
That's the game Sky will be watching because Bo Nix is playing.
Yeah, like I said, we got a double duck coming up later. My boy Adam Schefter reported that the Justin Herbert Bo Nix Bowl has been moved to a primetime Thursday later this year, which I love to hear. Couple things here before we get going. We are now into the full question, so we're going to be popping these on the screen per usual. I'll take over the duties here. Matt can go back to making sure that we have the FCC regulations covered. So I appreciate you bringing that up. We do have a couple of you guys down here. Who was it? Joe Chris mentioning that you had dropped there's a question right there, but you have another question like you dropped them in the Razzball comments. Again, I think we've gotten to a bunch of yours. I know we have, so just give us a thumbs up that you've heard them, first of all. Salvager is in the place here. Johnny's back with us, too. Epic Fail. Scotty, we're getting to you here in just a second. Good to see you, too, brother. Cosmo, you're back in here. Cheesecake 22, Lightning Bets. We got all you guys. We're going to get back to this. It took us a little bit because we had a false stream the first time. So if you're just joining us, we're a little behind, but we're picking it up here best that we possibly can. So we'll get into it. So, William Jones. We did have Bo Nix. That's William Jones. Bo Nix here. And let's get to another one of his. Need a flex. That's Ramondre Stevenson, DeAndre Hopkins, and Ricky P. Ricky Pearsall, one of the healthy giant 49ers, oddly enough, with his history. So, Matt, we'll kick it off with you moving forward. Go to Dave and Bob.
Look at the Pearsall emoji.
Yeah, we don't,
Classy and crassy at the same time.
We probably shouldn't talk about it so we can say live on the air. But William is crushing it with the emojis per usual. We appreciate you, buddy.
I love it.
Who you got, Matt?
Oh, we're gonna go. My bad. Need Plex. We're gonna go one here. Give me Ramondre.
Yeah, that's 2 for Ramondre.
Stevenson for me.
Stevenson too, but Bob and I used to bring this up on our off-season shows back in the day, and it always panned out. You get a backup quarterback with like a 4th-string wide receiver. Those guys practice together all summer. Brandon Allen is not throwing any balls to Deebo Samuel and George Kittle until Brock Purdy gets hurt. So Ricky P and Brandon Allen might actually have a better connection than the other guys. It pans out that way sometimes with backups, but I don't want to count on it, so I'll go Ramondre as well. But it might be interesting if Ricky P has a nice game. All right, Bill, thanks for sticking with us, buddy, and thanks again for the alert on the rough stream last time. Sorry about that. We're back live with you. Drop Purdy for Baker. Schedule for the Niners is brutal. Can confirm. They come back. Well, Purdy comes back, hopefully next week. They get rolled by the Packers today, and then they're at Buffalo next week. And, it is looking pretty rough for the Niners moving forward. So do we drop Brock Purdy for top 3 quarterback in fantasy football, Baker Mayfield?
I'd like to see who your previous quarterback one was, because I assume it wasn't Purdy. But based on Baker's schedule down the stretch, the fact that he gets Mike Evans back, the fact that Rachaad White and Bucky Irving, go Ducks, can both run and catch, and Cade Otton has probably put in a Pro Bowl season, I can get behind this. I don't love it because I love Brock Purdy, but you know this, the listeners do. I love Baker more than, don't tell her, but maybe I love Baker more than I love my wife.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we went over that last week, and you did confirm that you love Jen more, but it's close.
Yeah.
Dave?
So for me, it's Baker all the way. I'm surprised to hear he's available for pickup. I guess maybe drop during the bye week, but Baker's been better all year. He's got a better schedule down the stretch. I'm all over dropping Purdy for Baker.
I don't even. I would have to look at the schedules right now.
Baker,
no, the Tampa schedule is elite.
It's not even close. They have the bye week last week. Obviously, they come back against the Giants at Carolina, versus the Raiders at home, at the Chargers, at the Cowboys, Carolina at home to end the season.
They have 2 Carolinas left.
And
double Carolina,
Carolina, Dallas, and the
North
Raiders.
South Carolina and South Carolina.
Yes, correct. Attaboy, Dave. Dave's back.
Yeah, Dave.
But Carolina's not. Is Carolina an elite pass game matchup? I mean, I'm just trying to asking for a friend here. Is it?
Yeah,
they allow the 7th most fantasy points to the quarterback. All right, let's go Baker. I'm good. Baker's fine.
Does Tampa Bay care, or do they just throw because that's what they do?
Yeah, they throw and throw well. And BT Dubs, we're all about BFFs here on the program, and Mike Evans is back. By the way, gentlemen, in my deeper research this week, I also figured out that Mike Evans needs an average of 95 receiving yards for the rest of the season to eclipse 1,000 yards, which we all know would be 11 consecutive seasons to start his career. Nobody's done that. So I expect Baker and Mike Evans to at least try for that. Mike Evans has not received 95 receiving yards in any game this year, which is surprising because he likes to go over the century mark on occasion. I expect him to throw early and often. Chris Godwin obviously out. So I do expect Baker to have a nice season. So pour one out for my boy Purdy. And I mean, hopefully the Niners even make the playoffs, but I'll get angry about that later on. But for this question, it's Baker Mayfield for me.
And I will tell you, during week 12, I think Sterling Shepard is a thing again. And I know Bob loves to hear that.
Nice. Go Giants.
But we do know that Bob has 3 receivers ahead of Sterling Shepard on his all Bob team. And that's Tyler Boyd, JSN, and Bob. Who's the third one?
Jalen Waddle.
So I spoke to the Mount Rushmore. It takes time to build per the year. JSN, I actually had to call up the maintenance team. I said, hey, hold off on the JSN hate right now because I don't know. He's starting to look pretty good. So the guys, like, I just imagine the guys are chiseling and they get a call down from their manager. Hey guys, the foreman's like, hey guys, stop for a minute. He might have changed his mind. So they're mid chisel on JSN's face, but they have to hold up because he's actually playing pretty well. And now I'm starting to like him a little more again. So we'll see. This week I have him in all my leagues. So he's going to have a bad week, and then we'll start up maintenance. We'll get it back up again. But
interesting you mentioned that. My wife went to get her hair done earlier this week and came home earlier than I thought. She caught me mid-chisel. Let's move on to the next question.
What?
Don't worry, Bob.
I've never heard of the person.
Neither have I. I just invented it. It's
awesome. Bob, when we start the stream, we just click the box that says no, not suitable for kids. So we're totally fine.
It's true.
Yeah.
You've been getting a lot of beeps. So.
Oh God, quad boxes are just my favorite. Okay.
I think we hit this one. We had
a Dowdle Trey Benson question already. It was 4-zip Dowdle.
Ooh, the shutout. Nice.
And we hit the kicker report already. Yes, we did. All right, lightning bets. Morning, Jen. Oh, Bob. Sorry, Scott. You're the one reading. I'm just clicking. My bad.
Hey, not a problem. You're clicking super well, Matt. I appreciate what you're doing there. Lightning bets. Morning, gents. Good morning to you. Probably a nice, brisk morning in New Jersey, I would imagine. Have a couple start-sit questions. We're here for you. Who do I start at the flex in half PPR? Pollard, Dowdle, Goddard, the rare running back v tight end.
It's all season. It's supposed to be Pollard. So I guess give me $1 more in the slot machine for Tony Pollard and hope that I hit the jackpot.
Yep, Dowdle. I mean, Goddard may have another 10-170 game, but I'm not starting him over 2 running backs. It's Pollard for me.
Even with Devonta Smith out, Dave?
Yeah, that's kind of the question here, right?
Yeah. I still am going with the running back.
Yeah, I think I am too. I'm sticking with Tony Pollard.
I'm going to go with Dallas Goedert.
Okay, nice.
And for me, it's between Pollard and Goddard. Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert basically both go off when the other one's out. That's just kind of tradition there in Philly. And you can throw on the Rams. But boy, it's hard to go. I'm gonna go Tony Pollard because it's half PPR, but reluctantly.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
Engines pumping, burning with time. Come on, Matt.
The green light flashes. The flag goes down or goes up.
It goes up, yeah. The earn for the cup. And okay, sorry.
Bob, anybody? Cake. Nobody? Bob? No.
Cake?
Nothing?
Got nothing for you.
It's all.
Doesn't mean I don't love you guys. Doesn't mean I don't love you. But I have no idea what to fucking talk about. Answer the damn questions, all right?
Matt, Matt, you have to realize that like Dave's a professional, right? Dave's a gamer. Yeah. He's probably up earlier than all of us anyway on the West Coast. It's 8 a.m. for him too, but he's ready to go. It's also 8 a.m. for Bob and myself. I'm on 4 hours of sleep every Sunday morning, but like sometimes it takes a second. And I'm pop culture, got you, football, rough. Bob, football, got it, pop culture, rough. Dave, gamer, nonstop. Number 2 here for lightning bets. Got to start one wide receiver and a flex. This is full PPR, gentlemen. Dallas Goedert in full PPR. Tony Pollard in half. Full PPR out of these options. Jacoby Myers, the reborn DJ Moore, Rachaad White, or Christian Watson. Matt, full PPR.
I have to pull this up one more time. Stand by.
Basically, a pick 2, a wide receiver, and a flex.
Rachaad White is playing for me in the flex, and who do the Raiders have? They've got
Raiders have Denver.
Denver, that's what I thought.
Bears have the Vikings, right?
Doesn't matter.
Yes.
We were going to drop DJ Moore last week. I haven't done that. Rachaad White and DJ Moore.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same. I like Myers a lot. I just don't like him against the Broncos. And as far as Watson goes for me, I just don't get a lot. Every time I vote for him, he's terrible. So
yeah, and Bob, I say DJ Moore just so you know. I love a girl with a short skirt and a long
jacket. Boom, boom, boom.
Listen, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I let this slide because, to be honest with you, you bring entertainment to the world. I appreciate it. Me directly, couldn't care less what the hell is going on right now. But if this is what makes you guys happy, you keep doing you.
Really happy.
I want you guys to do that. But I have zero interest in whatever skirts you're wearing, Matt. What kind of girls you're dating, I don't even know. But yeah, I am going to go Jacoby Myers and Rachaad White.
Oh, God. Yeah, I'm going to go DJ Moore. I'm telling you guys, I'm excited about this. They got Waldron out of there. I think the Bears are going to be looking. I think the Bears are going to be looking a lot better, and it starts with DJ Moore. So I'm going to go DJ Moore here, and you guys know I'm a Bucky guy, but I'll go Rachaad White because I just think the Bucks put it on the Giants today. But don't be surprised if Christian Watson has a nice game.
All right, Dave. So to recap, I think we're going. The consensus is DJ Moore, Rachaad White.
Yeah, it was all 4 for White and 3-1 for DJ Moore over Jacoby Myers.
There we go.
Nice. All right, Cosmo, good morning. Need one running back. We got Anaflex, Kareem Hunt, Dobbins, Zay Flowers, half PPR. Thanks, and you're welcome.
Sorry, Matt. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Dave. I'm going to read it and think.
Okay. I'll take Kareem Hunt and Zay Flowers. Baltimore's one of the toughest matchups against running backs. I'll take Hunt and Flowers.
Yeah, we on this show, we like to talk about revenge games, but I don't think collectively that we really believe the thing exists.
Redemption song. Yeah. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. That was from last week. That was from last week.
Keep the pen off screen.
Bob, you don't remember that from last week? The Redemption song? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
on my iPad. I listen to it all the time.
I will tell you, in Scott Fishbowl, I am benching Zay Flowers for a tight end.
Dave, give him a run.
I'm going to go here with guaranteed volume, Kareem Hunt and J.K. Dobbins with the revenge game, even though that's not a thing.
Enjoy Kareem while you can.
Yep.
Yeah, this is tough. I am going to go Kareem Hunt, Zay Flowers.
Yeah, me too. Kareem
Okay.
based on volume, and I'll go Zay Flowers as well, but JK.
That's 4 for Hunt and 3-1 for Flowers.
Okay. Gentlemen, I switched up the order. I should have done this earlier. My bad. Matt, you're clicking buttons. He's researching who Cake is. And Dave, you're on the clock with the scribbles. So Dave's going to go, then Matt, then Bob. I think that's a better flow anyway.
Top of the hour, Sky. Do you want to do injuries now, or is Bob still working on it?
Let's do one more so I can give everybody a heads up. Let's get the Cheesecake 22. I'd love to see that. By the way, cake reference. Love that. All right, Cheesecake, good morning. Before we do get to this here, we do have at the top of the hour every single Sunday here. That is 9 a.m. on the Best Coast, and then noon on the East Coast here. Bob's going to give you a full, about a 15-minute breakdown of the injuries. That's not just fantasy football. It's offensive linemen, it's defenders as well. We also have a bit of a weather report as we come back. So make sure you stick around through the commercial break. Matt, myself, and Dave will drop off just for a few minutes. Bob's got an injury report. Super important. If it, when you get offensive line and defenders out, really changes the dynamic there. So stick around for that, and we will come back for the next 45 minutes until kickoff. We did have a glitch earlier today, so if we missed a question for some reason from you earlier in the previous stream, just drop it below and let us know. Put a star by it or something. We'll get to it right away. The rest of you otherwise hang tough, and we will be with you in the next couple minutes. Cheesecake, last question for this hour, and then we'll have Bob take over, and then we'll come back for the rest of you guys. I do see that William Jones is still in here. Joe's got a couple more. Scotty Emmingers back. Epic fail. We see all you guys. Savage, good morning. Johnny is in. Cosmo's got a couple. Marius Calvo. Jay Dolis. Lex Plants and Trees. Always love that. Tyler Sperry is back. And, of course, Lightning Bets has a couple more as well. So we see all of you guys. We will get to all those questions in a little bit. Cheesecake, to round out the top of the hour here. Cheesecake deuce. Due to injuries and buys, my wide receivers this week are Adunze and Leggett in PPR. Should I pick up Joshua Palmer, or Pierce for the Colts to play instead? Chuba is my flex, so I feel screwed regardless. Sorry about that. But I don't like starting 2 Carolina Panthers. I feel it. So doesn't want to start Leggett and Chuba Hubbard against the Chefs. He's got a Dunze, looking to pick up Palmer or Pierce. A lot to work through here. Dave, I'll let you go first.
Yeah, if it wasn't the Chiefs, I would feel fine starting Leggett, but I would go Joshua Palmer against the Ravens over Leggett against the Chiefs. I'll stick with Adunze. Alec Pierce is kind of one of those guys you're hoping for either a long pass or a long touchdown pass. And that's kind of, if I was deeper, I would go with Pierce. But for me, it's Adunze and Palmer out of these two.
Adunze led the Bears in targets last week, even though the eye test said that it was probably DJ Moore. It was not. It was Adunze. So I'll stick with Adunze, as Dave said. I think it's more McConkey, Quentin Johnston, Disley, and Dobbins than it is Palmer. So I'm going to play for that long, deep pass to Pierce and hope for the ceiling with Pierce. And before we move forward, I think Chuba is fine. I wouldn't be too worried about the Jonathan Brooks show until it actually is in theaters. And one thing before we break, Bob's going to get into the injury report. Sky, I don't know if you've heard this yet, but what won't be on Bob's injury report is Jane's Addiction is apparently injured again and will not be following up with the rest of that tour for this year. So they are currently on the IR. We'll see how long that lasts.
God, I saw him in 2005. They headlined Lollapalooza. It was killer.
Yeah.
Bob, to you.
Jane says.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. Dunze. It's the second guy. Yeah, it's really tough because Palmer really is the fourth option right now in the passing game, and it's like, how much are we really talking here? You're kind of taking a crapshoot. I'm gonna go Odunze. I'm gonna stick with Odunze and Leggett. I'm fine with it.
Bob, are you in or out? Are you done with Sergio?
Sergio, what do you mean?
Sky, you're done with Sergio.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. He's got to get to the injury report. We'll go easy on him. Odunze.
Boy, you're hitting that Jane's Addiction thing hard.
Oh man, yeah. Wait till he gets some like PJ. Like if he goes Seattle grunge, Dave, we're off air immediately. Just we're toast. I can hang, but it's just like he gets loose. All right, so Odunze, no brainer. Again, I'm going to stick with the Bears. We'll see what happens. I can't root for the Niners today, so I'm a Bears fan. Matt and I can go at it, and it'll be fun. Odunze, and then I'm going to go Chuba. I mean, the volume, the running back, his success this year. I mean, yes, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. I get it. But even if Chuba gets like 14 dump downs in the fourth quarter.
He's already got Chuba in.
Yeah, Chuba's his flex. He's looking for 2 wide receivers.
Oh, my bad. Okay. I thought it was Chuba. Sorry. So Odunze, and then I'm going to stick with Leggett then. I don't love that either. But
okay, Leggett's the tiebreaker. So we got 4 Odunzes, 2 Leggetts, 1 Palmer, 1 Pierce.
Yeah.
And my Pierce is really – my Pierce is just that you're hoping for a 50-yard touchdown. So if you want the floor, I think it might be Leggett. So I'm okay with that as well. I can pseudo change my vote.
Okay.
I refuse to flip flop. I am no politician.
All right.
Nice.
Thanks again.
Let's get
all right, boys, take a break.
Report.
Take 5. I'll do a quick injury report for the team. You guys all relax, kick back, do your thing. We're going to get into it right now. Starting off at the top game here, folks. By the way, every single week, I don't want to be talking over ducks right now. I'm sorry. You guys are going to need to just listen to my sweet voice. We will get back to your questions right away. But for now, let's talk key injuries. So the Titans at Texans. One of the reasons why I'm really kind of interested in CJ Stroud this week is Nico Collins should be back to full strength, and he plays a lot better at home. And the Titans are going to be down some key guys in the secondary. Even Roger McCreary, their other cornerback, is banged up right now. So they're going to be down to L'Jarius Sneed. Quandre Diggs. Tajay Spears is out again. That means that Tony Pollard should get a full workload in this matchup. So even in a really tough Texans matchup, he should at least get the volume to give him some high floor. Jumping down to the Vikings at Bears. Just something notable for TJ Hockenson owners, Josh Oliver, the backup tight end, who also gets a lot of passing game work, is out today. So that should help TJ Hockenson get a slight bump on the road against the Bears. On the flip side, though, there are some key injuries that also might help TJ Hockenson. There's the Bears are going to be down 2 of their 3 top safeties, so that is worth noting there as well. So honestly, I think Hawkinson's matchup's a little bit better than it is on paper. Cowboys at Commanders, and oh boy, this could be an interesting one. The Cowboys are down 2 offensive linemen. Commanders are one of the better defensive plays on the week. Offensive line, my apologies. Zach Martin and Tyler Smith are out today. The Commanders' DST could really smash in this matchup against Cooper Rush at home. On the other side, also Jake Ferguson is out today. I know a lot of people are looking for streamer tight ends like Luke Shootmaker, and I just don't know if I'm really interested in taking a shot. I like Cooper Rush when he's at home. On the road with a banged-up offensive line, I really prefer the Commanders' DST. On the flip side, the Cowboys secondary is absolutely decimated. Trayvon Diggs out. Keelan Carson, who is the guy replacing Amani Arawe. I don't even know how to say it. Essentially 3 of their top 4 corners are out today. I like Terry McLaurin a lot in this matchup. I actually have a player prop on him right now. I like McLaurin. And if you're looking for a deeper name, Noah Brown in a revenge game is an interesting dart throw if you need a start. Jumping down to the Patriots at Dolphins, the only real notable name is Kendall Fuller, who is the outside cornerback for the Dolphins. That is actually going to help a little bit for Drake May and company on the road against the Dolphins, as they'll be down one of their top corners. Chiefs at Panthers. Pacheco is still out. Miles Sanders is officially on IR. Jonathan Brooks is back in. Reports have said Chuba Hubbard is supposed to get most of the work this week. I expect that to be the case as they ease Jonathan Brooks back in. Something worth noting here, Jalen Coker is out today Adam Thielen is in. Honestly, I think if you have the space, pick up Adam Thielen. Last year, Thielen was a top 24 wide receiver in PPR formats with Bryce Young. I think Adam Thielen could really kind of emerge as a wide receiver 3 for your rosters in PPR formats down the stretch. And if you have the space, go scoop him up if you can. Buccaneers at Giants. Mike Evans is officially back in. That's good news for Baker Mayfield on the road against the Giants. Tristan Wirfs is out. That's key for the right tackle for the Buccaneers, so that's worth noting. Jamal Dean is back in. That should really help hurt Neighbors. Obviously, DeVito starting today for Daniel Jones. Honestly, I think Jamal Dean coming back is probably a bigger impact to Malik Neighbors than Tommy DeVito will be, but still, I think Neighbors is still startable. Only fade him for guys that have really good matchups. JSN, Josh Downs comes to mind as guys with good matchups that I would play over Malik Neighbors. Also on the other side, too, slot cornerback Tyreek Smith is out today. That should maybe help Wan'Dale Robinson in the slot. But listen, you're really risking it if you're playing the Giants passing core with Tommy DeVito today. Big time question marks. Honestly, I would say this might be more interested in the Commanders than the Bucs as well for DSTs. Let's jump down to the next one here. Afternoon slate. All right, so we got Broncos at Raiders. Madison and Zamir White are essentially out this week. That means Amir Abdullah is kind of the dart throw guy. Honestly, I don't think he's a must start, but he did have 40 yards rushing and a touchdown last time against the Broncos. He's also the passing game back and got 3 receptions. If you're in a PPR format, especially with the injuries to the Raiders secondary, I actually don't mind Amir Abdullah in PPR formats because the Raiders, of course, are going to be down 2 of their 3 starting cornerbacks, and their other cornerback, Jack Jones, has been pretty much hurt all week, limited in practice. So Bo Nix on the road hasn't been necessarily good, but honestly, with the injuries to the Raiders secondary, you got to feel confident in Bo Nix this week. Lions at Colts. Obviously, there's been a lot of big-time injuries to the Lions DST. Alex Anzalone, one of their better middle linebackers, is now officially on IR. They're also going to be down one of their cornerbacks, Tyrone Arnold, and of course, they're dealing with some injuries up front too. So that is something notable for the Colts. Obviously, I'm not overly excited to start anybody, but Josh Downs to me is the one guy that really stands out. He has a really good connection with Anthony Richardson. Some of these injuries to the Lions DST should benefit that matchup. JT, obviously you're probably starting JT, but he's more of a RB2 than his usual RB1 self. 2 offensive linemen will be out in this game, so that is notable as well. Cardinals at Seahawks. Listen, we're really kind of waiting to see what happens here. Noah Fant is questionable. I haven't heard anything just yet on his availability. Jalen Thompson, their starting safety for the Cardinals, is out. So honestly, I think if Fant is in, I'm not overly excited to start him. I'd rather stream guys like Will Dissly this week. Jumping down to the 49ers at Packers. A lot of injuries here, but Brock Purdy is officially out, and that's really the biggest one on the offensive side of the ball for the 49ers. George Kittle should be back in. Brandon Allen gets to start. And listen, I think there's enough talent on this offense to make Brandon Allen a super flex play this week or a QB2 start. Obviously, with all the guys officially healthy and back in for the 49ers. On the flip side of the ball, there's a couple of injuries on the defense. We got Chardavius Ward and Nick Bosa out today. That should definitely help Jordan Love's matchup at home. On the outside, honestly, I think Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson get a slight bump in this matchup with those injuries. Jair Alexander, of course, also out for the Packers. So listen, Brandon Allen, not the biggest time name, but if you need a super flex or QB2, not a terrible option. On the Rams-Eagles side, the big notable name is Devonta Smith is out. Listen, the Rams have struggled against tight ends this season. I know A.J. Brown's a stud and Saquon Barkley, but Dallas Goedert becomes a really good play this week with no Devonta Smith. Ravens at Chargers. If you need a more initiative to start, Will Dissly this week. Hayden Hurst has been ruled out in this game, and I think Will Dissly will rise to the cream of the crop, top 5 option this week. Denzel Perriman, one of the better linebackers for the Chargers, is also out in this game. That should definitely help Derrick Henry and company. All right, that's all we got for the injury report. Really quick this week, folks. Let's bring the team back in so we can get back to your Q&A. And Dave Cruz is out for now, but back to you, Sky Galasco.
All I heard there, Matt, was cream of the crop, a rise to the top, better yet, a Terminator. You know, it's just like immediately into the
A pig is a cop. A pig is a cop.
Yeah, I love it. Shout out to eventually the DJ for Limp Bizkit as well. I know Bob knows Limp Bizkit. Of all the bands we talked about here on the show, Bob has to know Limp Bizkit. All right, moving forward here.
Let's get Bob, Everlast. Anybody? Everlast? No? Nothing?
Oh, yeah, of course. One of my favorite songs, actually. Pretty heavy song.
Bob, how about this? Jump around. Jump around.
Yeah, I'm there.
Up and get down. Jump.
William Jones, rank these DSTs.
All right.
Lions, Green Bay Packers, Cardinals.
Lions.
Brick House. Yeah, Lions, Brick House, Cardinals, and Packers. Let's go with the DSTQ. I love that.
I put them in the order that William Jones did. I like the Lions down the stretch. Green Bay is one that can get turnovers, but without Preston Smith, they're not putting as much pressure on the quarterback. Cards are just meh, especially in that division. So I don't know. I probably have them in the order that they're in. And regardless of the numbers currently, I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers purely based on their schedule down the stretch. They should be available on most, if not all, waiver wires. Well, not all, but many waiver wires.
Bob?
It's the Lions for me. I'm playing the Lions of this group easily. I don't know what Brandon Allen is. Like, are we even Scott, what's your thoughts about Brandon Allen?
Nope. Not excited, Bob. I'm not going to get excited. I would love to have what Brock Purdy did with Jimmy Garoppolo and be like, who the hell is this guy? And then he's Brock Purdy. And we're like, oh, I've been a fan the whole time. I'd rather pull that move than hope that the kid's good, because we've seen him on multiple teams. Brandon Allen, not good. And yes, he's in Shanahan's offense. He has 5 Hall of Famers around him, although Trent Williams is probably not going to play. And George Kittle's beat up and Brandon Ayuk's out. And Chris McCaffrey's and Debo's not Debo this year. But he might have a good game.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to get excited about it, so I want to go with what I know. I'm going to go Lions as well.
Yeah.
He's not Davis Mills, and he's not Easton Stick, if that helps.
Brandon Allen's from the same class as Goff and Carson Wentz. So I'll take the Lions. So is it all Lions? I missed the first part.
Yeah,
I think so.
It's Lions, Cardinals, Packers for me.
Yeah, I have the Packers ahead of the Cardinals. But either way, we're all going with Lions.
Yeah.
Lions against the Colts on the road. All right, Neighbors is active. We talked about this a while ago, Scotty. Appreciate you chiming in on that. We talked if Neighbors is 100% active. He is. Epic fail. Deep roster pick 2.
Yep, we already had that one.
I think we had this.
Done. Joe Mixon. Mixon, Kyron, Monty, and Tracy as my backs. That was a lead up or follow up to the rest of his question. But we got through that one as well.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, what's cool about that is we see that kind of stuff this time of year, and you're like, how the hell did you do that? And then you think about draft season. Joe Mixon was forgotten about.
Yeah.
Kyron Williams was whatever, first round pick probably, but Dave Montgomery's a RB, RB dead zone, and then Tracy didn't exist yet. So
it's like Bobby said. It's like Bobby said. Kyron Williams was a punt returner. So,
Dave, you're gonna get.
Good morning.
Dave's gonna get a demerit if he keeps poking Bob the Bear.
Bob the Bear. Salvage, welcome back. Weather and kicker report, please. We did have a kicker report, but that was in the first hour. Bob, can you just give us a couple of those names again?
Yeah.
Seibert, Dickert, and deeper is Joey Sly.
Yeah, nice. Seibert, if he was dropped, I would like to get him on my roster. Cameron Dicker is someone that is kind of available. Listen, if you can, Kaimi Fairbairn and Jake Elliott, Jake Moody, these guys are pretty much taken in most league. John Bates is a really good name too here against the Colts. Jake Bates is a really good name. But honestly, the one name that popped out to me that is not owned at all is Joey Sly, the Patriots kicker against the Dolphins. So if you're really struggling, you need to stream, I like Joey Sly. But if, of course, Austin Seibert, who, if you're in a league that people really don't pay attention to kickers, he probably was dropped because of the injury. So he would be the guy I would get, and then Cameron Dicker as well.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like there's any real bad weather. Seattle has about a 60% chance of rain. There's a small chance of rain in Green Bay, and I don't see a lot of wind or anything in any of those other games.
There's a 60% chance of rain in Seattle every day that ends in a Y.
I was just going to say that. But also, on the for realsies, Matt unfortunately went through hurricanes down in Florida, and we don't get hurricanes in the Northwest, but this is our version of it, and it's been brutal. Thankfully, I'm good. Things are fine Central Oregon where I'm at, but Washington's getting smashed. And yes, it rains every day in Seattle anyway, but like it could be extra wet today, and could be a lot of running and less passing. But yeah, anyway.
I had never heard of a bomb cyclone until my mother texted it to me. I had to look it up. Bomb cyclone.
Yeah. It's coming from the sky versus the ocean, but basically,
we had an atmospheric river on Friday, so
yeah, man. But Dave's in the Bay. Like, I mean, San Francisco like is flooding off a highway. It's pretty wild. You just don't see that on the West Coast. We have different weather and stuff out here. Salvage, second question. Go ahead, Dave.
We get rain, but we can't store it.
No, exactly. Yeah. Addison and Jennings, PPR. Salvage.
Okay, so Addison or Jennings? Wow. I think I'm still going to go Juwan Jennings, even though Brandon Allen is the quarterback and the Packers the opponent. I would love for Addison to go off one of these days, but I have him in a few leagues, and he's very touchdown dependent. I'll take Jennings for possible volume.
It's supposed to be Jennings. I don't quite trust Addison either, so I'm going to lean Jennings.
I'm going to go Addison.
Jennings.
Okay, that's 3-1. Juwan.
Johnny, Phenom, love it. Tua or Anthony Richardson, who came back to life last week. Christian Gonzalez playing today? I will check on that unless anybody knows right away.
He's in.
There we go. All right, and so Tua and Anthony Richardson. Who do we got?
Wow, I'm gonna take Tua. I know Richardson has a rushing floor, but out of the two, I think I'll take Tua against the Patriots.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson's going to look foolish against the Lions. They're going to drop another 50 burger on Indy. And Tua has Jalen Waddle, so let's go with Tua.
I'm going to go Tua at home.
Yeah, Tua at home. I think
we also have a super chat as well.
Let's get it.
Sky, to get to the super chat here, do you ever realize, Sky, this is just me and you talking, nobody else can hear us, that when Bob is so entrenched in the analysis and the research that he's doing, that even the really good digs, he never even hears them.
Oh, it's okay. I hear him. I mean,
Nope. I'm going to answer this one, Sky. I'm going to answer it. I do hear it, Matt. I do hear it. But you know what? One of us has to be the bigger person and stay on task, and I have to just absorb all the bullshit that comes out of your damn mouths all the time, and I just keep it moving, all right? How do you think we get to all the questions every single week? In the beginning of the show, you're like, oh, man, we do all this bad.
Oh, okay. Muted.
I think he popped a gasket, and it's...
Nope, I muted him.
All right, it's all love. Let's get through it.
Bob, the FCC muted you halfway in. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're watching. They're huge fans of the show.
So Scott paid $2 and he got some extra entertainment thrown in. That was pretty nice.
Yeah. Sorry, Scotty. Unfortunately, Scotty knows the drill, but we'll get to it here right away. Morning PPR, half PPR. Excuse me. Ertz and Hawkinson.
Wow. I'm still going to go with Hawkinson. I like Ertz against Dallas, but I'll take Hawkinson today, and Josh Oliver's out. So the guy that actually gets the targets in Minnesota is going to be sitting.
I'm going with Hawkinson. I think we see what we saw 2 weeks ago, not last week. And Ertz almost feels like when they are in a negative game script, he gets a little bit more action. They should not be in that situation this week. I do like Ertz, especially in a tight end premium type league, but I'm going to go with Hawkinson as well.
That's an interesting statement you just made, Matt. I like Ertz when they are in negative game scripts. I wonder if that is legit.
That makes sense. I mean, the dump down.
It makes some sense. That's what I'm saying. I do like that. But when they smoked Carolina in week 7, 40-7, he had 4 for 40 and 1. So. But I don't hate the I like the idea. I like what you both said. I'm gonna go Hawkinson as well. I like a combination of what Dave said and Matt. I'm gonna compile it to one answer, and that's Hawkinson.
Yeah, Hawk for me too. Appreciate it, Scott. Thank you.
Thanks,
Johnny
Scott.
Phenom, Giants and Cards defense.
Giants or Cards? I'm going to take I don't like either one of them, really. I think Giants have Tampa Bay. The Cardinals have Seattle in Seattle. I'll take a dart at the Cardinals defense for maybe a big play in the sloppy weather.
Yeah, I'm going to lead Cards defense. Same reason Dave said. But really, Johnny Phenom, you should look at, which I was shocked when I looked up the data. The Giants are legitimate when it comes to sacking the quarterback.
Yep.
I think they lead the league.
I believe they lead the league. The last I looked, I think they had 48 sacks on record. The issue is going to be, can they stop Tampa from scoring? Is Baker just slick enough to get away? But yeah, the Giants defense is legit. So if you're okay with they give up points, you get 3 sacks and maybe squeeze a fumble out of that, or maybe one tipped ball for an interception, and lead the Giants. But I'm going to take the Cards in the 60% rain game in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cards as well. I like the Giants D, but I don't know.
I do too. Cardinals as well.
Sky, do you want me to take this one?
No, I don't. Bo Nix, and Justin Fields, Dave.
Yeah, well, Justin Fields already played, so
he's kidding.
It's not Justin Fields.
Bo Nix.
That is Cosmo listens and reads. That's the team move.
That's pretty good.
That was good, Cosmo.
Yeah. Pretty good. That's pretty good, Cosmo. It's pretty good. I like it.
By the way, I think I've got a new bestie Christmas card list. Hold on.
That's a long time. Good job, Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Cosmo is the dog, so I respect that the dog's asking us questions. So.
Yes, I agree. So Nix or Richardson here. Again, Richardson did finally go off for 300, and he looked really nice on
Nix by a mile for me.
Yeah, Nix for me.
Yep, Nix.
Samesies. It's a 4-pack.
That is it. That warms the heart around the holidays, Guy.
That was pretty good. Good.
That's nice.
That was pretty good. Nice. That was pretty good.
Jaden Daniels, Matt Stafford.
I'm going to take Daniels.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I'm going to take Daniels as well. But I do love Matthew Stafford in any game where he has to throw the football, which is every game. But I think that Washington wants to come out. And by the way, coaching revenge game. And if Washington has the opportunity to run this score up, they're going to do it. Big brother Dallas has got it coming. And I think if Washington can run this up, they're going to run it up.
Yeah.
It's Jaden Daniels, not even close. I just talked about the injuries. 3 of the 3 starting outside cornerbacks are out for the Cowboys. I think it's a really good spot for Daniels. But I was going to say, didn't they just recently get – they're coming off back-to-back losses, the Commanders. So they need to come out and play well. So I agree with Matt on that. So I'm going to go Jaden Daniels.
Man, this is tough. Jaden Daniels has not been Jaden Daniels lately. I get it. Dallas, I'm going to pick Jaden Daniels in the matchup because Stafford's going against Philly. But otherwise, I'd probably go Stafford here. Stafford's also at home. But, yeah. Caldwell, what's up, fellas? Debo or Tracy today? PPR.
Tracy for me.
Yeah, Sky, I'm going to answer this for you. I don't want to hear you say anything. This is awful. I will say it for you. So I'm going to give you my vote, and then I'm going to give you Sky's vote, then I'm going to give you Sky's comment. It's Tracy for me, and then Sky's going to say, unfortunately, it's Tracy for me. Debo just has not been Debo this year. Bob, over to you.
Matt's got 2 votes again. Love it.
Fun fact, Stafford has been worse at home, according to our home split tool, by a point, which I find very interesting. Fun nugget there. Even though he went absolutely bonkers a few weeks ago at home in a tough matchup. So just food for thought. Sidebar, it's Tracy.
All right. Hey, gentlemen, I need to take a personal break here. My puppy's going nuts, and it's going to be a long next half hour if I don't take care of this. So I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Bob, you want me to jump in here? Jonathan,
Yes,
Lex plant some trees. Not sure what that means, but I love the outdoors, so let's get some trees planted. Jonathan Brooks.
And the world, he's an environmentalist. Like he's just
I don't
trying
want
to
to go
get the
that far. We don't know that.
I think it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to ask Lex to tell us if he's an environmentalist or if he's a Robert Woods fan. I don't know. Jonathan Brooks, Sam Laporta, or Amir Abdullah this week in my flex. For me, this is not even close. Sam Laporta, 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, I got to go with Laporta as well. We haven't even seen Brooks play yet. Chuba's been killing it. And the Raiders against Denver, I would play Abdullah. In fact, I am in a few leagues where I'm pretty desperate for a body. But if I have Laporta, I would play Laporta over either of those guys.
Yeah, I agree with Laporta, but I agree with the analysis. Like Amir Abdullah is like, hey, I'll play Amir Abdullah over somebody in a shitty matchup who is like an average player. Like, yeah. I'd rather play Amir Abdullah and get the upside of that. But Laporta is a good player who's starting to play a little bit better, and he's got a good matchup against the Colts. So I'm going to go Laporta.
All right. To me, I read this question a couple minutes ago, Bob, while you were doing your injury report. This may be one of the most interesting questions we've received today. Now, it wasn't the best because we had the Justin Fields or Bo Nix question. That was elite level trolling without even listing Temu in the question. J Dollars 510. Good morning to you. Rachaad White or Aaron Jones, half-point PPR. I'm going to go purely based on the matchup and the fact that each week it seems like Rachaad White gets some opportunities at the end zone, and so does Bucky Irving. I think Tampa's going to beat the Giants, but I think it's going to be a better game than some have predicted. So I'm going to go Rachaad White in this game because Aaron Jones is facing the better defense and has had a chest injury. Cam Akers has made an appearance. I think I'm going to lean Rachaad White. I don't love it, but that's where I'm going.
No, and I don't blame you. It's closer than at first blush for me, too, since it's half PPR. I mean, Tampa really uses the running backs in the passing game, and I haven't seen as much of that with the Vikings. So it's possible Aaron Jones could have a smash game, but I think I'm going to lean Rachaad White as well.
I'm going Aaron Jones. It's not even close for me. Aaron Jones smash game.
Oof. Epic fail. Deep starter running back PPR. Justice Hill, Estime, Benson, Mason, Laube. I don't know that I like any of these names. If San Francisco was fully healthy, I might lean Jordan Mason to think that he was going to get a little bit of action, but this is probably going to be way too much of CMC today. Justice Hill has disappointed as of recently, but I think this is going to be a game that he's going to have to play if they lock up the front with to stop Derrick Henry. We don't know what's happening in Denver, right? Estime was the waiver wire ad of the week, and then Javonte came back and took over all the carries. Benson is nothing but in case a guy gets injured, and Labe is maybe the starting running back on a terrible football team with Amir Abdullah probably getting more touches. So all of that to say, I will probably start Justice Hill, the guy that I think is guaranteed more snaps, not necessarily touches, than the others.
Yeah, for me, it's possible that the Broncos completely run away with that game and they throw Estime out there quite a bit. But I'm with Matt. I feel more confident in touches for Justice Hill, at least in the passing game against the Chargers. Benson's been killing it lately, but it's been in blowout games, and I don't really see that game today being a blowout. And I don't think the Niners are going to really do very well against the Packers. I don't think they're going to have a lot of opportunity to run football. Loeb really hasn't done anything yet. So give me Justice Hill, slightly overestimated.
Yeah, this is actually another easy one. I'm going to go Justice Hill. I like the game flow. That Chargers game should be good. Indoors, high-scoring affair. Justice Hill should get plenty of touches in the sense of the passing game, maybe like 3 or 4 catches. It's full PPR. Give me Justice Hill.
That's 3 for Justice. We all vote for Justice.
Yes, we do. Epic failback. Question for Bobby. Schrader, I believe that's the kicker for the Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
Or your deeper pick of Joey Sly.
Joey Sly, baby.
This question is only for you because it says question for Bobby.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Epic fail. I appreciate it, man. Honestly, listen, outside of last week, it's been a good year for the kicking streamers. I'm going to go Joey Sly.
There it is, Joey Sly. Tyler Sperry, our Thanksgiving fan, right? The gentleman that was going to have the family event and argue back and forth with family. Regardless, or in spite of their familyness, it's going to be a football argument. We're okay with that. Grab Trey Benson or Jonathan Brooks rest of season. Also Tank Dell or Josh Downs. For me, I'm going to take the upside of what could be a second half for Jonathan Brooks. We don't know, but that's the name I would add. Tank Dell or Josh Downs. Right now, I think the better football player is Tank Dell, but Josh Downs seems to be getting a little bit more action. So give me Jonathan Brooks and Josh Downs.
Yeah, if it's Jonathan Brooks, it's Jonathan Brooks for me. But isn't there another Brooks that plays in the NFL?
I believe he blocked a kick. That the Bears
isn't it?
And Green Bay.
There's a Chris Brooks that's with the Packers, right? Used to be with the Dolphins.
Special teamer of the week.
Well, I'm assuming Jonathan Brooks. I'll take Brooks over Benson. And for the rest of the season, I'll go Dell over Downs.
I'm going to go Downs and Jonathan Brooks as well. I'm jumping off for just a quick second.
Benson and Downs for me. Love me some Brooks. Just want to see it happen. Rest of season, I'll take Benson. We had a handcuff show earlier this week, and was pretty stoked on him. So I'll go with him. And Downs as well. Downs look good with Anthony Richardson.
And by the way, Bob left just before Downs with the sickness, right?
Oh, nice.
He just can't handle the heat.
Thank
you as well.
So that's 3-1 for Brooks and 3-1 for Downs.
Yep. Got it. Lightning bet's another one. If you have time, I mean, I'm here. This is what I do.
What we do.
Of course we have time. Have a ton of guys on bye week, don't we all? And by the way, we get to do the giant bye week all over again in 2 weeks. So enjoy your Thanksgiving and then immediately drop another 6 teams off of your bye week. So big one coming up, plan ahead for that. Currently have Christian Watson starting in half PPR for my team. Stick with him or pick up any of the following wide receivers on waiver. Boutte, Keenan Allen, or Pittman Jr. Dave.
Wow. To me, it comes down to Watson or Pittman. I'm not picking up Boutte, and frankly, Keenan Allen hasn't looked very good this year, except for one game where he had 2 touchdowns.
So sorry.
I'm probably going to roll with Pittman and hope that Anthony Richardson looks reasonably like he did last week, where Pittman got 6 targets and 5 catches. Watson's probably the upside play for, getting in the end zone, but he hasn't really been doing that this year. And the Packers passing game looks kind of out of sorts lately. So,
whoa. It's okay to think it. It's okay to think it. Interesting that these names would be on the same list, but this is week 12 in 2024. I'm interested in the Boutte, insert joke here, but Miami's pass defense is just too good for me to run this guy out and try him against the league. I'm okay with Christian Watson. Pittman is not the Pittman we grew to love in fantasy with Anthony Richardson. I'm sticking with Christian Watson.
Yeah, if the Colts did what they should have done and stuck with Gardner Minshew, then I'd be all about Pittman Jr., but I'm actually going to stick with Watson here as well. Man, I looked up Keenan Allen stats because I haven't done that, I don't think, a single time this whole season after a draft season. And I was just hoping that he had like 8 targets, but it wasn't working out, and there's some fruit there. There just isn't. And I'm so sad. He's been like one of my favorite guys in fantasy for a decade, and just isn't the case anymore. So I will go with Watson this week. And out of this group, probably ride him the rest of the season as well.
Yeah. 2. So that's 2 for Christian Watson, 1 for Pittman.
And you know that back to your Keenan Allen thing, this is the first year he's been healthy.
I know.
Right? We get Hall of Fame Keenan Allen in the first 6 games, and then he hurts his hamstring, and he's out, in and out, right? Mostly out. And now he's fully healthy, and Caleb Williams is ruining him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you and I both have the Caleb Williams things, which I'm sticking by, but it was a scheme thing, like in Chicago. Like, doing the research this week, I really think that they're going to turn the corner, and hopefully that helps, like, all, tide helps all boat rise kind of a thing. But it just, Keenan's the deep, third option there, unfortunately, with that. Yeah. So it is what it is. But all right, Cheesecake, you're welcome. That's what we're here for. Appreciate you.
By the way, sick. We've got an emoji for the West Coast fans.
Oh yeah, champs. Yeah, West Coast fans. But
baseball
we don't,
fans.
Yeah, it's hashtag, hate the Dodgers, love Shohei. That's the rule on the West Coast. Okay. Epic fails back PPR Adunze or Worthy this week, Dave.
Yeah, if I absolutely need a home run, I'll hope for a long touchdown from Worthy or 2. But it's a Dunze for me in any other situation. If I'm favored or close, I want a Dunze over Worthy.
Yeah, let me get Andy Reid doing something slick with Worthy in a game that he knows they're going to win. So I'm going to take the Andy Reid ticket on this one and play Worthy.
Yeah, it only takes 1 for Worthy, which could definitely happen against Carolina, absolutely, on the road. I had a couple props, actually, with Mahomes and Kelsey, so I expect the Chiefs to do well today. But I'm going to go with Dunze. 10 targets, season high last week, 6 receptions, tied for season high, 65 yards as well. So I'll go with Dunze, but we don't root for the Huskies.
2-1 Dunze.
Tyler, good morning. Welcome back, my man. Would you drop Dell, Downs, or Myers for Adam Thielen? Do you want Adam Thielen over any of those guys?
No.
No.
I don't either. I don't either, especially like this week. Let's see what if Adam can do anything coming back off his injury this week versus the Chiefs, then maybe. It was fun before he got hurt, but I don't think so. Epic fail another yards, Mike Evans.
You want to take this one since you already did the Evans diatribe? 95 yards a game.
Yeah. I mean, it's Evans easy for me.
Yeah, 7 for me.
Yep, same.
3 Evans.
Lindorphins, no questions today. Pray for Anthony Richardson to keep it up, for Neighbors to get sparked. Good luck, everybody. Lindorphins just dropping in with some good vibes. Love to see that.
Well, and it's funny, isn't it interesting that Bob signs out and the good vibes come in? Interesting, right? You guys discuss.
Hey man, he cuts your checks. I don't do anything about that. Official Savage traded Dell for Pacheco and Shakir. PPR thoughts? So just a thought on the trade. Traded Dell for Pacheco and Shakir. It's a smash for me.
Yeah, I like the trade. I'm a little bit concerned about Pacheco, but I like Shakir a bunch. And if Pacheco comes back in a week or 2, it's probably going to work out real well.
Yeah, we know Savage has already probably punched his ticket to the playoffs. This is a playoff move, and I'm behind it 100%.
And you have to wait out Pacheco, obviously. But if it was just Tank Dell for Shakir, I think I'm good with the trade. Also,
yeah.
And then you get Pacheco just waiting in the wings. I think that's a smash. Well done.
Yep, agree.
Tua, Anthony Richardson.
I think we hit this one earlier.
We had the same question. I'm not sure it was both epic fail, but it's Tua for me.
Same.
Samesies. All right. Picked up Sly to start over Boswell. was really bad weather in that pickup game. Smart. I had Boswell last week, who obviously went nuts, 27 fantasy points or something ridiculous. Rode it out. Didn't expect the full snow. So I played him 8 points, not bad for a kicker. But you have Sly, so you get another chance. So well done there.
Yeah, for me, if Boswell does not push that first field goal when the weather was good, the 58-yarder to the right, he looks great this week. Otherwise, he looks okay.
What is that? That's 13 points again. So he's fine.
Yeah, he would have been fine.
All right, Mixon. I got pick 40, 12 teams. Yeah, so he's going back on why he has so many great running backs that we talked about earlier. So nice pickup with Mixon at 40.
And by the way, that's not a full brag. That's a humble brag. That's
it's just facts.
That's a fact. It's a statistical anomaly he's pointing out.
I think that was probably pretty high for him when it was early in the draft season. He was going lower than that.
Yes. Kyle Singer, I believe that his brother was just traded. Brady Singer was traded from the Royals this week. So, Kyle, shout out to your pitcher friend or brother in the major leagues, and best of luck to him on his new team.
Best of luck. Tua and Jordan Love. Pick one.
I'm gonna take Tua this week just by a hair.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm taking Tua as well.
I have to have faith. I feel like you gotta have faith a little bit. So I'm gonna stick with how much I think that the Dolphins will do well against New England today. So I'll stick with Tua.
Okay, so 3-zip Tua.
Look who's back, Sky.
Yeah, long time fan. I want to give a shout out to Drew. Appreciate you tuning in, buddy. It's always good to see you. Blessings to the family and the kids. I saw a nice interview with him recently. Just life after football kind of a thing. Doing well. Still in the New Orleans community. Like to see that.
Yeah.
Got 5 options for the last flex spot. Standard league. So again, this is the league without points. Christian Watson, Pierce, Leggett, Akers, Estime. So not only is it a league without points, but it's players who don't get points. So it's helping.
Hey-o. You can think.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Watson.
I'm going to go with Watson as well. And you know what? You know how we know this is not, or how this is Drew Brees. He's not going to go so far as to put his profile photo on there, right?
Why would he do that?
And it's all about paparazzi. People want us to get his autograph. No, he's just Drew Brees, the guy.
Bob, you're a Southern California guy these days. Drew Brees, obviously a Chargers legend. Thoughts here on Drew's question?
Jesus.
Non-PPR.
Not really. I would probably just take. I mean, honestly, like the Akers. I mean, Estime. I mean, all that shit is like they're backup running backs. They'll go 10 carries for 40 yards, and if they get in the end zone, you just lucked out. But I don't really think it matters much. But I'm gonna go Christian Watson. Stay with the high end.
I'll go Watson as well.
That's a 4-pack.
4-pack. I like it. All right, folks, we do have a couple more questions. We'd like to welcome everybody back. We're just about 10 minutes until kickoff. So if you have these questions, drop them in the chat. We got a PPRTN help. We got you. So if you have any more of these questions, drop them in the chat right now. We got 10 minutes to kick off, and we are live here on the Razzball Fantasy Football Show. Appreciate everyone hanging out here. Jay Stacks. PPR, tight end help. Schultz, the dismissal, or crash. Sit 1, JMO, Hunt, and Dobbins. We have a 2-parter. Hit both of them because we're professionals that can do that. Dave, I'll go with you first.
Yeah, so for me, we had a Disley or Kraft question early in the show, and Schultz isn't going to change my answer. I'm going to stick with Disley out of those 3 tight ends and sit 1. Boy, I really don't want to sit Jameson Williams this week, but I think I will sit him over the running backs.
Dismissal, and I'm sitting Jameson Williams as well.
If Will Disley doesn't play well this week, I don't know what I'll do. I'm gonna be very upset. I'm gonna say Disley, and I'm gonna sit Jameson Williams as well.
Jameson Williams coming off his best game of the season. We know that they rolled Jacksonville 124 and a tutty last week. Wide receiver 6. I'm going to go Disley as well, looking nice for the Chargers. And I'm going to sit J-Mo because I think they're going to ride Kareem Hunt against the Panthers, which would be great. And Dobbins is a weekly scorer.
Yep. So that's a double 4-pack.
Oh, that's one of these.
Yeah.
It's an 8-packer.
Bob, anything?
Dancing across your
Bob,
screen.
just real quick.
Dancing phalanges.
Oh, Bob, come back with a fire. I like to see
there
that.
We go.
Oh, man.
We've got the Phoenix going here.
Nice. I like to see that, man. I like to see that. All right. Official Savage. We got Pacheco. I already had Stevenson, Walker, Jacobs, Eckler, and Cabernet, as Bob likes to say, for the Walker backup. But
what is it? Charbonnet? How do you say it?
It's Charbonnet.
Is that really how you say it? Charbonnet, right?
Charbonnet. Yeah.
It may not be the same guy.
No, but you say Cabernet every time like the wine.
Oh, Charbonnet. Got it. Okay.
Charbonnet.
And I say Cabernet like the drink.
Yeah.
Like a Merlot.
You
of
just
running backs.
Not only is the H kind of silent because we go sh instead of a ch, right? But you just eliminate the letter altogether. Like you're just changing the English language. Like, I don't understand.
Oh, really? We're really going to go there right now with the English language? Have you actually looked into the English language? It makes no sense, okay?
That's true.
There's memes about that. It makes no sense. So I don't want to hear it. And listen, I get it now. It's Charbonnet. I got it. I'm in.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fine now.
Number 2 in points, but 10th in points allowed, gentlemen. That's why we need rule changes in fantasy football, which I'm going to bring up in the offseason. But 2nd in points, 10th in points allowed. My man's sitting at 4-7. This has been rough.
That is brutal.
Listen, now, Official Savage, you fix the problem. It's very simple. You play 2 games a week. You play 1 game head-to-head, and you play 1 all-play, which is the entire league median. It's the best way to play fantasy. The cream always rises to the top.
I'm really getting into that, too. I'm really getting into that.
Yep. Either that or you create a playoff system that includes high scores. Right.
Scotty's back. PPR
Okay,
league.
Scott Eminger.
Jennings, Dell, Bills Mafia, Good Sports. Shout out to our boy Buck. So Jennings or Dell, PPR?
Yeah, for me it's Jennings. Not close.
Same. Jennings, and thank you, Scott.
Thank you very much.
Shout out Buck Army.
Yeah, dude.
Love it, baby. Love
Absolutely.
it. Shout out Bills Mafia. It really brings a tear. A soft tear. Unfortunately, I'm going to go tank Dell too here. I actually do think the Titans game is going to be good for Stroud. Nice bounce back. I think Dell plays well.
Yeah, me too. Oh, man. I'm going to go Jennings. I'm going to go Jennings. But Dave, I think said, David, it's not close or whatever. I think it is close, unfortunately. But I'm going to go with Jennings here.
Yeah.
With Brandon Allen.
Well, at least we came to a consensus there for the poor man's $5. So
yeah, Scotty, you're the man. Appreciate you, buddy.
All right, Guy, I hate to be this person, but we're gonna the 3 of us will take a Gatorade break. Apparently, we have somebody that's a big fan of Bob.
No, on the opposite. My buddy Matt reached out, Leone. He asked me about a question. I go, here's our link. Ask the team. So he probably, so, hey, I'm trying to get us viewership here. So shout out, Leone. We have a question to help out my boy here. We have Bucky Irving, Pollard, Juwan Jennings, or Javonte. He's playing Hill and Evans at wide receiver 1 and 2. So a little bit here. We're going to go half PP. Is this full point PPR, Leone? I'm pretty sure it's full PPR. What do you guys think? Bucky Irving, Pollard, Jennings, Javonte.
So he's just needs 1?
Yeah.
I really like Bucky Irving this week.
Full PPR.
Full PPR.
Yeah, I really like Bucky Irving this week. It's Irving for me.
Yeah, and by the way, I would put Matthew Leone at the top of the questions bin every week if he changed his name to Matthew Corleone.
Oh, nice.
Because it's a movie reference. If you didn't know that we don't talk football at all here anymore.
So he's the godfather of the Razzball chat. Is that what you're saying?
Nice.
Yeah, a little bit of.
I guess Bob doesn't want to have fun anymore. That's cool.
I actually legitimately hate fun. It's my least favorite thing in the world.
Hey, Sky, no smiles, no laughs,
no laughter,
no
happiness,
today, nothing. Just
nothing.
Answer.
You're a mean one.
Correct.
Mr. Grinch.
Right.
Yeah.
So
just wait.
me,
it's not. And don't even start with that shit. It's not even Thanksgiving. Okay. After Thanksgiving, we can do Grinch references and all that bull. We're moving on here. Let's move on. Get me your crummy answer, Matt. Let's go.
Well, because I'm going to say it very monotone because that's what you want, and I'm not going to even ask Sky what he thinks about the Godfather trilogy. By the way, you should only watch 2 of the 3. Discuss. I would normally ask which 2, but I'm not going to do that.
I'm about to put a horse head in your bed if you don't answer the damn question.
Hey,
see what I did there?
Hey.
Isn't that the
Gentlemen,
movie?
We have 5 minutes. Yes.
Come on.
Yes. We have 5 minutes.
Look at me with the movie references.
That's old school gangster right there.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you want to do the trunk, the old crowbar, like let's keep it rational if you're gonna go gangster. You know what I mean?
Bob, don't start with me. Don't start with me.
Matt's gonna sleep with the fishes.
You got bobbleheads.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to see that.
And let me say this: it's Bucky Irving. And did you don't know this, Bob? That horse head was real. Look it up.
Nice, love it.
Yeah,
that for us.
That movie is incredible. All right, I'm gonna go Bucky Irving here as well. Hopefully a big game for Evans, and I think one for Tyreek as well. He was my kind of bold prediction in the DFS.
So is that 4 for Bucky?
Yeah. Yes, go Ducks.
Bucky.
And Kid 3 Kobe. Of us have to not have fun anymore.
Correct. Yep.
Correct.
Done. Kid Kobe, good morning.
It's Dobbs.
Dobbs, thank you. Dobbs or Disley, half PPR.
Wow. I'll take Disley.
Same.
Yeah, likewise. 4-pack. Braden, good morning. Aaron Jones, Cortland Sutton, PPR. 1 game out of the playoffs. Can't afford to lose.
Wow.
We don't do L's here. We do W's.
No pressure.
No pressure. Aaron Jones, Cortland Sutton, full PPR.
With the Raiders missing most of their secondary, I actually think I'm going to take Cortland Sutton over the running back.
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to go with Sutton as well. And Sky, I'm going to show you 2 W's. You tell me which one you prefer when it gets to you. I'll turn it over to Bob, but give me Sutton as well.
I'm going Aaron Jones.
Yeah, so it's either West Coast or Wu-Tang. I'm a West Coast kid. I got to stick with West Coast, but it's not Wu-Tang hate at all. I'm going to go Cortland Sutton.
And Bob, quick quiz. Do you know who ain't nothing to fuck with?
No.
Wu-Tang.
Oh, Wu-Tang. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Braden, you got 3-1 Cortland Sutton.
Cortland Sutton. There we go. All right, gentlemen, we have 2 minutes to kick off. I want to make sure everybody's lineups are ready to go. We have another long time. Half PPR, Lamb, Jennings, Samuel, or Laporta. This is, man, how about this question like 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, no kidding, right? Beginning of the year, it would have been Lamb and Laporta for me. I'm sticking with Juwan Jennings to have the best game out of these guys.
I love Laporta. I don't know that I have the eggs to sit Lamb.
Sky, what do you think?
Yeah, Lamb and Jennings.
Well, it's pick one. So Lamb or Jennings.
Well, it doesn't say pick one in the question.
No, it doesn't. Sorry, I thought it did. Yeah, I'll go CD then. Unfortunately.
Okay,
cool.
3-1 CD.
Help me, guys. Denzel, you got literally.
Right, last question, Denzel. Got to get it in under the wire, DB. Let's go. TikTok.
Am I sitting Justin Jefferson in Guillotine League? I think I am.
No, you're not.
What? Why?
I'm doing it.
Sky's team in Guillotine is sick.
I'll tell you guys after.
Sky needs vaccines. There's the FCC comment.
Denzel, let's go. 9 seconds, Denzel. You're stressing me out a little bit. I posted it. Where is it?
Not here.
We don't see it, Denzel. Post it again.
TikTok.
Games are about to start.
I'm scrolling up. I don't see Denzel's question.
Go with the wide receiver. We wish you the best. Full PPR, Pollard to Tank Dell. Pollard.
Chiefs.
Tank Dell.
Okay, 3-1 Pollard.
All right,
Vikings.
Yeah, it
Vikings or Chiefs?
Chiefs.
I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Game started. It's
There
over. End the show.
We're ready to. That's enough.
You're
fun for
all
one
out of
Sunday.
here.
Get
Nice
out.
job, everybody. Well done. Best of luck to everyone this week. We will be back with you next Sunday as well. Sorry for the early chat there. Best of luck. Enjoy your football. And best of luck in week 12. Remember, everything available at football.razzball.com. All of our articles. We'll catch you next time. We'll catch you this week. Enjoy your football. Take care of yourself and each other. We are out of here.